With the current situation that is actually happening now, what do we actually call this? Do we call this a wake up call, or we call this good for you? I don't know. Just let me know, because as at this point, a lot of them that actually voted for the orange man are not only realizing and not only regretting, but they are seeing the new things that is happening on daily basis, and it's getting them worked up, pissed off. And at the end of the day, they wish they had listened to black folks. Let it make sense to me that instead of fixing issues that can actually help the people that voted for you to be happy with you, you're going ahead to prolong the issue, not only helping other nations, but trying to import things from other nations. Black folks, it is time now for you to really watch out for what you put in your mouth. Watch out, because honestly, I don't understand why you're closing doors for some and you're trying to open some doors that I feel like it is actually not going to be favorable. So please watch this video and let me know what you think. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. My name is Sonia, and thank you so much for always coming to subscribe, watching my videos. I do not take you guys for granted. With that being said, let's dive right into this video, and I'll be back with commentaries.
Everybody's wound up today because Trump says we're going to import all this beef from Argentina. We're going to lower our beef prices because the beef's too expensive here. And I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. First of all, it's not really a new thing to import beef. We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina, and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just, it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me. That's not what I've grown up thinking as an American market, you know, supply and demand. Where did that go?
I got one for y'all today. Farmers for Trump. I'ma need y'all ass right down front row, front and center. Farmers for Trump. Get your ass down front. I got one for you. Just heard. Yo boy, Trump, is throwing y'all ass up under the bus. He's let come out of his sour ass mouth that the reason the prices of groceries is so high is because y'all don't know how to run y'all business. Wait. This is the killer. He screwed y'all over the minute he stepped in office by stopping that aid that Biden had set up for y'all to help y'all keep up y'all farms. That was first strike number 1 against y'all. That was the first dagger to make sure y'all can't run your business. He snatched that parachute out from up under y'all ass, right? That was step number 1. Then step number 2, he went on this trade war tirade. Screwed y'all whole international market up. Y'all ain't got no more international business. Y'all, that's pretty much, that market pretty much closed off to y'all thanks to him. Step number 3, which when he threw the dirt on y'all coffin 6 feet down, was when that bitch stood up and bailed out Argentina with $40 billion. But y'all don't know how to run y'all business. Now guess what? He gonna have his fanatic rabbit base foaming at the mouth fan base coming at y'all, because you know they're gonna believe him. You know, because you know y'all believed him for everything he said, so you know your fellow MAGAs are gonna believe y'all, and they're gonna turn on y'all. It don't get no better than this, baby. Karma, baby. Y'all need to put some respect on that chick name, Miss Karma, to y'all. Cause honey, he blaming y'all for his misdoings. But he did get one thing right though. He was right. Y'all don't know how to run y'all business. He was right about that. Because if you knew how to run your business, you would never vote against your interests. You would never vote against your best interests. You would never vote against the things that are helping you run your farms. For instance, your that aid that Biden was giving y'all, you wouldn't have voted to get that cut off. You also wouldn't have voted if you knew how to run your businesses. You wouldn't vote for your workforce to be deported when you know the majority of your workforce is illegal immigrants. So he was right on that note. He really was. He really was. Y'all don't know how to run your business. Because if you did, you would have never voted against the best interests of your business. But for him to say... This man romanced y'all. He had y'all set up high and mighty. He was catering to y'all. He was saying, he was whispering all those sweet nothings in y'all ear. Oh, he was heavy on y'all trail as long when he needed you. It wasn't nothing y'all couldn't ask for. He wouldn't give you because y'all was just so high on his list. And now that he has used you like the player he is, he can toss your ass out like last night garbage. And he need leave $200 on the nightstand. Yep, I'm this tickled over this. I sure am. I sure am. This is a self-inflicted wound. And for me not to find the comedy in this, you know, we have learned through our lifetime, baby. Black people have learned you got to laugh. We have learned how to laugh our way through really hard times, trauma, disaster. We've learned the gift of laughter. So if you don't like it, that's you. But that ain't my issue. My issue is y'all went up in here and voted for this man. Even after the first time, a lot of y'all lost your farms. A lot of y'all was just about to go belly up. You had to get bailed out then. Then you turn around and do it again. And you're sitting up here listening to him weekly, daily, telling you the minute he get in, mass deportation, mass deportation, mass deportation. He was telling y'all that. And that mass deportation was your workforce. So, why would you vote for anybody saying mass deportations and you know that's the bulk of your workforce? If you can make that part make sense, then he's lying. But it doesn't make sense. And in this case, he did not lie. You do not know how to run your businesses. That's why you guys are losing your farms, because you voted against the best interest of your business. So if you as the business owner, if you don't have the best interest of your company at the forefront of your heart and mind, you don't know how to run a business. You don't know how to run a business. Everything that man was saying was just about going against your business. And y'all went out there and voted for him. So you don't know how to run your business. But he's not the one to throw that in your face after he's the one that has implemented everything that's ruining your business. But that shows you, that once again shows you what he truly feels, or what he truly thinks, and how he truly feels about you. And y'all have overlooked so many times this man telling y'all to your face he don't care about you. Y'all don't matter. He's left y'all stranded out at them rallies. He's left y'all stranded in 100-degree weather. He's left y'all stranded in freezing weather. And y'all still take y'all tails right back out to them rallies to get stranded once again. And we supposed to feel what for you? When he's constantly showing you who he is, y'all refuse to believe it. And because you sitting up here in this state of denial to the point to where it's your own self-destruction, and he throws it back. I just got one question. When y'all finna start scaling them walls of the White House? When? You did it for him. You did it based on what he said. Well, this is what he's doing now. You ain't got to talk about what he said. You talking about what he doing. Record numbers of farmers have filed for bankruptcy. Record amount of farmers. Record numbers farmers have filed for bankruptcy. And this is just 9 months in. You got farmers that have had their farms for hundreds of years. When y'all heading to Washington? That's what I want to know. When you going to Washington? When we finna have a January 6th 2.0? Because if y'all act a fool about your vote, how much of a fool are you going to act about your livelihood? Your farms, your businesses. This man pretty much told you what's happening to you is your fault, right to your face. When we say something like that, oh, y'all go ham on us. What kind of smoke you got for him? I'm waiting. What kind of smoke y'all got for him? Yeah. Y'all ain't got enough smoke to send up smoke signals like the Indians did back in the day. This man has whipped y'all like butter. And now he's treating you like trash. Telling you it's your own fault. No. He's telling the American people to blame y'all for the high prices of groceries. So he's finna send his fan base, foaming at the mouth, rabid fan base, to y'all doorsteps. That's his thank you for voting for him. And before I get out of here, I ain't got but one little teeny weeny damn question to ask y'all. Is it great again yet? Just asking for a friend. Now you have the night you deserve and sleep well on this news.
Democrats were right again. Do you guys remember when we told these Trump supporters that if Trump put tariffs on everything, that American companies would jack their prices up? Well, that's exactly what happened with American beef. As soon as Trump put in the tariffs, American cattle farmers raised their prices 10 to 15%. And when we told Trump supporters that this is precisely what would happen, they said, well, that's okay. I'm okay with paying higher prices at the store, even though Trump's entire campaign promise was to lower prices. But I'm okay with paying higher prices as long as we're buying American, because that's the patriotic thing to do. Well, I guess I got a little bit too patriotic in here, huh? Because now Trump is importing beef from Argentina to undercut the prices of American farmers. Isn't it amazing how Trump has completely fucked over American farmers at every turn, and yet he has the audacity to sit in the White House and say, prices are way down. I saved the farmers. And that's because he's an idiot. But Trump supporters, listen up. Next time, listen to the smart people. You know, the people who don't like Trump, even he knows that. The smart people. Listen to us and you could have saved yourself some trouble. Anyway, Group 7, rest assured that we are always correct about everything. So I hope you guys have a classy Thursday, and I'll check in with you later. Love you guys.
We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina, and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just, it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me.
They are so close to fucking getting it. They are so fucking close to getting it. My brother in Christ. My brother in and around Christ. That's not what socialism is. We were all fucking with you. We were all in your camp right before you butchered socialism. And I mean that, a pun very much intended. Socialism is not a cut and dry thing. It's not one thing. It depends on like what form of it you're talking about. But a general rule of thumb is socialism is when the workers own the mean of production. That's literally what you want. That's literally what you're saying you want. What you're saying Trump is doing is the fucking textbook definition of capitalism, my friend. You are become a victim of capitalism. Congratulations. The thing about you guys that you never understood is that they were willing to allow you to work within that system as long as you made them money. As soon as you don't, then they go elsewhere. Congratulations. You are now seeing the problem we have been complaining about for a long time. You sit there and you complain about what Trump is doing, and then you literally use their fucking talking points. This talking point about socialism. You don't understand it clearly, so you're afraid of it. They've convinced you that socialism is what communism is. And they're not the same thing. If I'm going to throw my hat into any ring, it's probably socialism. But, I'm not sitting here and saying that it's a perfect system. There aren't no perfect systems. That's why pretending that we need to be one system is fucking goofy. We should take things from every system, which we kind of do already. We just lean way too much into fucking capitalism. And that's why when you have people like Donald Trump who only care about making a dollar, and you guys aren't making him dollars anymore, like you said, you're finally making some money, which means they're not. Which means they want to make that money, which means they are going to outsource it. Are you following along? It's the thing that fucking drives me crazy about these people, and you can tell who he voted for, and you can tell why he's upset. Because what drives me fucking crazy about these people is they are now feeling the exact effects, the things we've been saying is wrong with these motherfuckers. They're feeling it. They just don't know how to articulate it. They don't know how to put it into words because they've been so fucking brainwashed into thinking that the other side is bad. Socialism, scary. Again, not a perfect system, and I'm not an expert at any of these systems, but I can tell you one thing for damn sure, and that is if we had a socialist government, they would not be outsourcing your means of production to other fucking countries. That's not what socialists do. If anything, they would be helping subsidize your business. They'd be putting money into your business. That's what they do. And again, that's not a perfect system, and there's things wrong with that system, 100%. But it would be a lot better than what they're doing to you. Remember that, and try to break yourself of the fucking brainwash they've put you in. And again, don't go running back to them when we vote again. You now see what they think of you. You now see what they're willing to do for you, so don't do shit for them. Because the second you stopped being profitable to them, they fucking sold you out. While lying to your face and saying, America first. Wake the fuck up. This is what they have been doing.
So I live in an ultra-conservative MAGA community. I was raised to be ultra-conservative and MAGA, but our community was actually built on cattle ranchers. And yes, every single one of these cattle ranchers in my community have been diehard MAGA. So I want to read the letter that Trump wrote to them. To the cattle ranchers, who I love that I was able to hoodwink for their vote. They are too stupid to understand that the only reason that they could possibly have any success is because I, Donald J. Trump, taxed them and their consumers with the tariffs that I placed on foreign nations. In fact, if it weren't for me, they would have to go back to doing whatever it is that they were doing before the days of cattle ranching. But it would be nice if they understood that. But these cattle ranchers need to get their prices down, because the truth is I never cared about America first or the American farmer. If you don't believe me, just look what I did to the soybean market. I just sent $40 billion to Argentina to influence their elections. So that's why you, the American farmer, cannot have health care. And to the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, I read your response about how you cannot stand behind me. Well, I warned you. All you had to do was vote for me this one time, and that would be it.
The administration is warning that Argentine beef may be diseased, but they're going to import it anyway. I'm Major League, and this is news you need to know. Newsweek is reporting that Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins warned the U.S. that Argentina's beef has a foot and mouth disease problem. This as the administration pushes to import Argentine beef to bring U.S. beef prices down. Trump's plan to import beef from Argentina has faced significant criticism from both farmers, agricultural groups, and a handful of congressional Republicans. Experts also doubt that even a substantial import of Argentine beef would address domestic supply issues and bring beef prices down in any significant fashion. So Trump's plan risks undermining America's food security and bankrupting American farmers for no real benefit at all. For context here, in addition to this, Trump has also offered to bail out Argentina's government to the tune of $20 billion U.S. taxpayer dollars. A lot of Trump's critics believe that all of this is less about supporting American farmers or the people of Argentina and more about bailing out Trump's friends in the investor class. Argentina is running out of money, but it's also the world's largest debtor to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and remember to
that we're going to do something very quickly and easily on beef to get it down. The ranchers understand that. They're so happy for what I've done. I saved them. I don't think you'd have any beef in this country if I didn't do that. So we're very proud of that.
What I understand is, with all this imported beef, it actually is
President of the Nebraska Farm Bureau has a message for Donald Trump and farmers across the United States. Please have a look at this with me, and I'll be right back.
Some days you feel like you just can't catch a break in agriculture, but the cattle sector is one of the real bright spots here in the industry, and certainly in Nebraska, where we have a lot of mama cows. But unfortunately, we have an administration that thinks that they need to lower the price of beef. President Trump on Friday actually made a statement that said we should lower the price of beef, and ultimately that's lowering the price of cattle. That's not something we need to do. I just want our members to know that Nebraska Farm Bureau is adamantly opposed to anything that would artificially lower the price of beef.
Really?
So I have communicated with all of our federal delegation and let them know that we are opposed to any move that would artificially lower the price of beef cattle.
Quick question, bud. Who'd you vote for? Who did you vote for? You said you are doing everything you can to help farmers across the United States. Who did you vote for? Inquiring minds want to know. While you're deciding whether or not you want to answer that, let me just show everybody else a little something. Donald Trump's support in farming counties. America's most farming dependent counties overwhelmingly backed President-elect Donald Trump in this year's election by an average of 77.7%. I've said this plenty of times, and I'm going to say it again this time as well. You didn't give a damn when you thought Donald Trump's policies was only going to be hurting people of color, the LGBTQ community, and other marginalized groups. But now that they're affecting you, you have criticism for the administration. If you had opened your ears and your eyes and listened to what the rest of us were trying to tell you, you might not have ended up in the situation you're in right now. If you had voted in your interest rather than your misogyny and racism, then perhaps you wouldn't be in the situation you're in right now. And now you want what to happen? You're online pleading for what? You want somebody to get behind you and rally behind you when you wouldn't have spit on the rest of the folks his policies were affecting if they was on fire. Anyway, have the day you voted for. And please, y'all, I keep asking you, don't make me say it no more.
Hey, on white TikTok, all of the fucking farmers have their boots stuck in a goddamn haystack. And unfortunately, that's not my problem. Donald Trump has expressed that he wants to import beef from Argentina. The reason he wants to import beef from Argentina is because he says it's cheaper. All of the farmers that voted for him started to look around and say, well, what about us? Well, see, this is what happens when you don't read the terms and conditions of the contracts that you signed, especially with the fucking president. Voted for a man who said that he was going to defund every single thing within the government. And when he defunded a lot of the programs and the government assistance that was going towards the farmers, they were looking confused because they thought that he only meant that he was going to get rid of the immigrants. That they fucked around and now they're finding the fuck out. They realized that it was nothing but a business deal for him to get inside of this office. Now all of the farmers want us to hold hands and stand together and sing hymns. Baby, please. You should have did that at the polls. Unfortunately, you thought about yourself, so now you're gonna have to help yourself.
Welcome, guys, and it is amazing, it is hilarious that at the end of the day, the orange man has actually put it into their face that they do not know how to run business. Oh my God, I'm feeling for these farmers because honestly, if anybody should tell them that they'll be experiencing what they're experiencing today or what they're experiencing now, none of them will actually believe. None of them, not in their widest dream, have they sat down one day to be like, okay, this is actually going to happen. But it's happening. News flash. Because at the end of the day, this man has literally rubbed them to their face and telling them that you don't know business, you don't know how to do business. If you know how to do business, you will actually not crashed out of the business. Remember that these people actually voted him. Remember that when black folks were talking about the tariffs and trying to let them see reasons why tariffs should not actually be a good plan for them, they were saying that the best thing that could have actually happened to them or that will ever happen to them is the tariffs. Because they never saw all of this coming, that the tariff at the end of the day is going to affect them. I keep saying it. If you're not educated, and you do not really understand how things actually work, it is important that you listen attentively to when people that are educated and people that know how the system works is educating you, because black people knows everything that's going to happen as far as I'm concerned, because they built this nation. They built it from scratch. So even though a lot of them have been denying their rights, they know exactly what will actually come after you, especially when someone is doing a campaign that he want to take over. It's going to just be a whole lot, right? And yeah, these farmers are not only having a wake-up call, these farmers are now biting their fingers in pain, bowing their head in shame, saying, we wish we listened to white folks, to black people, sorry. We wish we listened to them. We wish we never voted. Even black folks that voted, that were thinking that everything is actually going to be soft on that side, are now regretting. They're now running back to their community. Theirs is even better that they even have a community to run back to. Now, for white folks that actually went, and a lot of them were singing, I remember that time, one of the most trendy songs is, I will vote vote Donald Trump. Yes, a lot of them will use their ringing tune. A lot of them will wear their MAGA's hats, MAGA's t-shirts, flying their MAGA's flags all over our eyes and faces. It didn't even take just a full 1 year of this man coming into the tenure. You're already getting your hacks whooped. You're already seeing the far food that you actually deserve. You're already seeing that at the end of the day, this man is literally not making American great, but he is literally dragging American back. And I keep saying it, and I'll still say it in this video. I feel like one of the things that this man is actually doing is he's trying to make the next president that is coming to take over have a lot of job to do. He feel like a lot of presidents do not have jobs to do whenever they take over. So right now he's giving them enough work, because look at every single thing that is happening. Before this man will finish his tenure, he's going to pile up a lot of issues for people that are coming in to start sorting out. So before you are done sorting out 2, 3, 4 issues, your tenure is obviously over. That is the level that this man is going. It is annoying that right now dollar rates in the market is nothing to write home about. Just within few months of this man coming in, right now, shut down. Government shutdown, just a whole lot, SNAP benefits being taken away. And honestly, let's just be sincere, right? I think Trump is one of the punishments that God gave these white folks, honestly. He is one of the punishment that God actually wants these white folks' eyes to be open, so that when next we black folks are actually telling them that this is not the route to take, they will listen and they will know exactly what to follow. Because I know that right now, a lot of them didn't even realize all of this, because they were enjoying the freedom of Obama and every other president that have actually come on, but they were really, really enjoying and relaxing. So, but when their own is not dealing with them and wiping their acts off, I feel like they are learning a whole lot. But anyways, let me know what you think. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. I stand a chance to be corrected. Feel free to correct me in the comment section. This is me giving my own opinionistic opinion. Anyways, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.